wherever you go. Let me spread around snake and get beneath the star. You fell asleep, I stayed awake and watched the perfect car. The dinosaur. The dinosaur. GM, welcome back to 9 o'clock LITE at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of this auction for Noun 701, this dinosaur head. We did not get to pick it yesterday because gas was monstrous. It looks like it will be again today, so I don't know if we're going to be able to settle this auction, but we are still going to be here for 9 o'clock LITE, sharing this time with all of you all around the Nouns auction. Currently, this noun is sitting at 25 ETH even, with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the timer. If we don't get another bid in that time, we're going to go to Janky FOMO and possibly not be able to mint anything, and then we're going to just keep an eye on it. And once that's over, we're going to be playing some Nomo. So other than that, we've got no plans. It's a LITE show. How are y'all doing this weekend?
Chilling. But I'm doing good. How did the noun yesterday get settled? What happened?
So what happened yesterday was that Toady went to settle the auction and discovered that it would cost the equivalent of about 260 USD to settle. And went, absolutely not. And so we just left it alone. And then about halfway through the interview, somebody came along and settled the auction. Presumably the winner of $6.99 came and settled the auction so they could get the noun into their wallet. And it looks like we might have to do the same today because gas is currently sitting at 170 Gwei and absolutely not.
Yeah, what's the math on that? How do you calculate the Gwei with the price? Is it like multiply the Gwei with the current price?
Settling nouns auctions are particularly expensive. So here's a little tech lesson for anybody who isn't aware. When we settle the nouns auction, we're actually performing, I think, 3 different transactions where we are sending the noun to the wallet of the winner, we are sending the ETH that is in the auction contract into the noun's treasury, and we're generating the next noun. So you're paying the gas on all 3 of those transactions all at once, which means that the gas on settling any nouns, and this isn't just for nouns, this is for any nouns fork, operates pretty much the same way. And so settling the auction gets real expensive when gas is this high. And it actually comes out to about... and it also, by the way, there's only 12 seconds left in the auction. It's too late for any other bids to come in. Looks like we have a new nouner, legatum.eth, for 25 ETH on this dinosaur. That's it. The auction's over. So now we get to watch all of these nouns go by until someone elects to settle the auction. Let me see how much it would cost.
Yeah, you're gonna give it.
This. I just want to look.
You're gonna give it a try. Try again. I mean, you can always try
I'm gonna take a look and open up the dialogue to see how much it would be to settle.
Oh, we have a nice sponge in there. Honk diddly.
But sparkly honk, that's nice. Hey. A YOLO bat, not bad. We can still play FOMO and watch the nouns going by, but I think we're probably going to have to wait for someone else to settle this auction. Also, it's not the link that I
just stream at the future nouner.
Yeah, we might have to just wait because it's at the moment it's going to cost about 200 USD to settle, and I don't think it's worth it, frankly.
Okay. But mind you, the treasury Yeah, mind you, the Nouns Treasury does have quite a
Right,
lot of millions of
but we don't
dollars.
know if
So
we're going to get
so strange
refunded for
to
that.
admit.
As it
Oh
stands right now,
God.
even if we turn FOMO back on, I'm not sure even FOMO would be able to settle with the way gas is at the moment.
There's enough for one
Oh yeah, like the
more.
gas would be beyond, right?
I think it could settle once, and then that'd be it. It wouldn't be able to settle anymore. So, oh, looks
That's a
like
good
somebody.
looking
Wow, that was
chainsaw.
quick. Looks like somebody got this.
Oh wow,
This
Yo, that
chainsaw. That
chainsaw
is sick. All
is
right, it is time for
wild.
Nomo.
that's a
So,
nice one.
if you are not already there, go to nomo.wtf. That is NOMO.wtf. You're going to see a couple rows of nouns on the screen. You are going to pick your favorite, choose your character, and you are going to spam click that down with all of your might at the end of this countdown timer. At which point, every half of the nouns will be eliminated every 10 seconds until we're left with just one. I really like this gradient pencil.
The volleyball looks
Yeah,
like
that's a good one.
Yeah, that orangutan is looking really nice for me. The mirror, the business mirror.
The mirror is nice.
The business
Yeah.
mirror
Oh,
is going to a
macaroni and
party.
cheese, man.
The finish line on the
Macaroni
road
and
is really
cheese.
good, and it looks like we are ready to play the feud. So let's go. Make sure you are signed in with your wallet, or your click will not be counted.
Woohoo! What are we going for?
I don't know what I like.
Macaroni
I like
and
them
cheese.
I went for
The
the gradient
macaroni
pencil,
cheese.
and now I'm clicking on the road with the finish line.
Oh, the
Mac
orangutan.
and cheese.
That
Mac
pencils
and
are really
cheese.
nice, though.
I know Aqua
road
wants
is
that
cool.
cat for sure.
Aqua wants the cat. It does match, doesn't it?
It does. That cat does
Oh
look
yeah,
like
the cat.
I think
It's
that
There
mac
you
and
go.
cheese is pretty nice. I think I'm doing
I
that.
like the business bros there, the mirror and the cat.
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
pencil
the cat is nice.
died.
Oh, I can't believe the mirror has survived until now. Wow.
What about the
Alright.
road race? You guys don't like the road race?
I like road race, but
You don't
I
like
like mac and cheese.
yeah.
I'm really partial to it, I think.
I'm
But I like
This
frantically
business
road too. I
mirror.
clicking
like
on this
road.
road. Oh God.
Alright, you guys
Final
do it.
round. Macaroni
Oh,
versus
Invincible
road.
mac and cheese.
Nom, 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 nom.
Who would win, a macaroni or a road in a race?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Cheesy's
Oh.
good.
It's kind of close, actually. It's closer than I thought it would be, but no, the road's gonna take this.
Oh, this is close.
The road's
Only
got to
Come on,
take this,
macaroni.
right? Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
That was close.
the road is the winner.
For the explorers.
The Explorers crossing the finish line. Speaking of, there is a prop that ends in 4 hours. The Nounish hardware. It's looking pretty close. It's currently sitting at 148 for and 121 against. Prop 277. That is Tigress's prop for the keychains that she was on the other day.
I think this is going to be the nominal hero part 2 here.
Yeah.
On this prop. I guess we can just say that novel props are contentious right now.
Apparently.
See what I did there?
Oh, boy.
I mean, so many active props.
Yeah,
Prof, I heard that.
Might have been just me.
Well, that was FOMO and NOMO.
Novel.
Now, if only gas was low enough for me to mint one.
Yeah, we need gas to be low-mo.
Molo.
Yeah.
Molo.
No
Molo
more
down.
pepe.
Oh, no.
That's when they switch to layer 2.
Gas goes low-mo.
So yeah, what's happening? ETH is going up, gas is going up. So is ETH going to be like a thing only for whales in the future?
Well, so no, that's
I
the
thought
thing,
ETH was
right?
going down.
That's the ETH is down from yesterday, but to Zarg's question about whether Ethereum is only going to be good for whales, I mean that's the whole point of the scaling solutions on top of ETH, right? So I think it's L2 season coming around the corner by necessity. A lot of people who were onboarded recently and don't remember the fervor of 2021 don't even realize that this is not even high gas. which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's not.
Right.
This
Right.
is reasonable.
This is not even high gas. So I mean, if we're already seeing the pains of that now, imagine what it's going to be like, in 6 months from now or whatever. But the key is that we just need to start moving more of our everyday activities onto Optimism, onto Matic, Polygon, onto all of these layer 2, so that all the actual activity happens in those
Base.
layers, and then Ethereum is very useful for what it was meant for, which is to securitize and secure all those transactions. So you have the security of ETH with the transaction speed of something like Arbitrum or Optimism. What's up?
Huh.
From?
Yeah, I was just going to say we've had a lot of discussions in BuilderDAO around L2 for voting and settlement and all of, putting proposals up,
Yeah.
because it is just crazy to have to pay this much to just do things like vote. So we definitely need L2 solutions. So I know that Zora has been working on that development, and then we might be hosting a hack week that'll focus on that as well.
Awesome. So are
So
we
that was some
thinking
alpha.
that's smashing? Because I know I've been really looking at that for a lot of these smaller DAOs that built DAOs and are not making any progress after all their work to get set up. So I think that's very exciting to see a change there, especially on Builder, because it would help a lot of people at once. And 2 months ago, I was like, okay, well, let's just cover it as a business expense. But now the gas is higher than everything.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about just Thursday, was that it was some kind of stopgap solution to help the DAOs with that. And it's very cost prohibitive. So we're working through some ideas, but definitely the more longer term solution is around the L2s for sure.
Right on. Thank you for all the work you do on that.
I think
I think for us, so the NounsDAO, it's crazy because we're thinking, to move to base, but then base is going to be launched in like 8 months. So that's very based. But anyway, the whole solution is L2.
well, the good thing is
L2, there's no other way.
if you deploy on Optimism, then you'll be able to very easily redeploy on base once it goes live, because they are both built on the OP stack. So that's part of the reason why we're strongly considering putting Nomo on Optimism layer.
That was my next question.
Well, finding devs
Cool.
right now is very difficult. I think all devs are being recruited to make shitcoins right now. So no, I'm just joking. But all devs are super busy though.
I thought it was just Davey. No? Okay.
No, all devs
Never
are busy.
mind.
But I did find yesterday, I think, a dev who's going to help us getting Nomo over to layer 2, and he doesn't think it's going to be a very big job, which is good to hear. So.
Oh,
Cool.
sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah. But I think the holy grail has always been, to people who really love ETH, is to be able to have your assets on ETH, but to pay layer 2 gas, right? And that's starting to happen
Yes.
by people who are much more big brain than me. But like someone put me onto a DEX yesterday that somehow manages to swap like layer 1 currencies, but uses layer 2 to do it. So it sort of finds the best options. And so I did a swap, for example, that would have cost $160 with gas where it was yesterday, and it cost me like $30 on this DEX using layer 2. So I think that's the type of thing.
Wow.
Do you mind sharing this mysterious
Yeah,
dex?
I don't want to show, but it's called Unidex.
Oh,
You can check it out yourself. Not financial advice, but it's definitely a very cool tool. And I think more things like that are going to make a big difference. Like my dream is, like, can we figure out a way that we can buy an NFT, keep the NFT on layer 1, but pay the fees and the gas on L2. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what I'm hoping.
So
Yeah.
that DEX that you're talking about, that's just for swaps, though. That's not going to help us with anything else, right?
As opposed,
Sure.
like what else did you want to do?
Like voting, settlement.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
stuff
no,
like
I
that.
mean,
Any
yeah,
other transaction.
maybe their tech would work for someone that knew how to re-implement it. But yes, it's a swap. It's a DEX. So they also do futures and perps and stuff, which I don't dabble in. But anyway, just really cool that they've figured out a way to essentially look at all the different ways of routing your transaction on layer 1 or layer 2 and figuring out the cheapest way, including gas, to do it. So that's neat.
Are you practicing Dex, Self Dex?
What? Was this one?
Should be a player that
Is this another one of those? Is this another one of those jokes that someone sent in your DMs?
No.
I'm so thoroughly lost.
Dodi has a joke here of self-sex, centralized exchanges. Please practice self-sex, but Dex says, are they safe enough?
It's like L2, you got to wrap it up.
Safe Dex, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get it. It's still stupid, but I get
That's actually why wrapped ETH was invented.
Why do you do this to me? Cardno, welcome.
Hey.
Save us, please.
How are we all? Everyone having a good weekend?
Oh, yeah.
I was.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh man, it's been quite good, yeah. Actually, I had a pretty chill day. Made some food. Birthday tomorrow, so just sort of relaxing.
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
early.
I like.
Birthday spaces tomorrow?
No, I'll be drunk. I'm going.
I was going to say, I like the note that you left.
Yeah.
Robot Disco,
literally was like, good news, I'll be on 9 o'clock later. And then he goes, bad news, I won't be tomorrow. It's my birthday and I will be taking it too far.
So
Robot Disco, you sound like you're inside of a tube for me. I don't know if it's just me.
No, sounds right to me.
Oh, God.
No, sounds good to me.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on then.
Yeah, so if I do end up on the spaces tomorrow, that's probably going to be detrimental to my career here at TNS. So probably just don't bring me up.
I
mean, Ben showed up
Yeah,
drunk and it was the best space we ever
Ben
had.
got
So.
promoted. Ben got promoted after showing up as one body.
Okay, take.
He got promoted from Ben body to wine body. It was great.
Oh yeah, Cadno. I realized that you're a Taurus too. So shout out to all the Tauruses out there.
For real.
Giving it knowledge.
Sounds like a bunch of bull to me.
Oh my God. How it's not the jokes that hit me. It's how quick they are. It pisses me off because I'm not that fast.
That's my secret. I'm actually in Australia, so I heard all these jokes yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, see, that explains so much. That explains your flawless Australian accent at NFT NYC, too.
That was not.
And
that
as
was not
somebody
me.
would say, Robot Fish Girl, get good.
All right, fair enough. And you know what? You're right. Sorry, I was mixing you up with Boney there because he was there. He was physically present. Obviously,
Yeah, we filmed him in the shower without his consent.
But speaking of getting good,
for anybody who doesn't get the joke, we're joking. To be clear.
I think if you're coming to a Saturday light 9 o'clock, you know about Boney in the shower.
I mean, I would hope so, but I like to cover our bases. Not legal advice, not financial advice, not life advice. Nouns is not a cult, etc.
It's not real.
Probably. Forgot the
I was saying,
like,
if anyone is in the audience, this is a light show, and especially if you're making money on Pepe, please come up on stage, give us a shout, and I would like to hear from you.
Did somebody say Pepe?
Generational wealth.
Speaking of fraud,
if this is a Pepe,
why are you Yoda?
If this is a Pepe Spaces, I'm leaving because I miss generational wealth, so I'm out.
Yeah, me too. This is a Pepe Spaces. I'm rugging us. We did what we had to.
I'm still holding.
Same.
I'm a
Is
hodler.
it worse to miss generational wealth or to hold on to it and watch generational wealth come to you and you not take it and then just go back down? Because that's what I'm currently doing.
I've already told my child he's on his own. I'm not here for generational wealth. Just, retirement would be great.
I'm here for myself. God damn it.
He can make his own money. It's fine.
Yeah,
Equal
he'll have his own
opportunities.
Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yes,
Just
the
take out
Ethereum
what you put in,
casino.
and you're good.
So what if you only put in $1? So I mean, with this gas fees, you can't take it out.
Well, go for a 2x.
That is a challenge.
That is rough. That sounds like the kind of thing I would do, honestly. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'll put in like $5 and then go to take it out. It's like, wow.
Oh, by the way,
Technically,
that is
that's a public
actual.
service, though, because you guys are burning hella ETH. So thank you from all the ETH holders for burning so much ETH. Very much appreciated.
You know what? You're welcome. I didn't do that. I was speaking in hypotheticals, but you're welcome anyway.
Can we talk about Noun's proposals for a minute? Because I'm just looking through the props, and there's quite a few that are ending. First of all, 276 Nounish Playground unfortunately was defeated. It was close. It was 489 for 151 against. I just want to say to Arash, if he's listening, he is down there. Buddy, don't give up. You got a lot of great support, including from the Nounders, which should be, a big shot in the arm to say that you're doing something right, because obviously the creators of this project thinks that you're capturing the ethos and the culture of Nouns. And I would say just take the feedback from some that voted against and figure out a way, forward. Maybe that means taking out from some of the comments I saw, like taking out the educational piece and just making it a fun game that happens to feature nouns was one piece of feedback I saw quite a few times. Maybe nixing the microtransactions and just making it, a fun game to pay it forward since you're being funded to make it. These are a couple things that I saw. With a couple changes, I think you got a winning proposal here, and just wanted to give you, give you some flowers and say keep doing what you're doing, and don't be afraid to go back on chain with a revised proposal hopefully soon.
Well, I did see something about Ben making like an allow list for everyone who has a defeated proposal.
That's
defeated
right.
noun proposal.
Yeah,
So,
I think Gami was doing that.
Arash, welcome to the club, man.
Welcome to the club.
We have hats. Don't worry, hats are coming.
What else we got? We got the open source Nounish hardware. That's like you said, ending today. It just got a bit closer. 148, 121. So I do think it's going to come down to the wire. It ends at 9 p.m. tonight. So crazy the amount of people that were getting out to these votes. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is another all-time high like it was for 271, where I think the end tally was 183 or 189 to 183 or something like that. We're getting close. 278 mint 5K stand with crypto also becoming contentious. 144 to 117. Feels like this is the new norm now.
Yeah, all of these, and I think that's honestly, it's refreshing to see the votes being this close. I really like it when props are just kind of one-sided. Like it's really cool to see that when it's super enthusiastic, but also I really like that there's so much active thought going into this, clearly.
Yeah, people, you can say what you want about nouns, but people feel very passionately about what their vision of nouns is. So we're definitely seeing that play out in real time on these props. But I just say best of luck to the builders, and just don't get discouraged if something happens and your prop doesn't pass. It's not the end of the world. You can iterate and go back up on chain. Unfortunately, the way it is right now, it is very hard to get really good feedback on your prop before it goes on chain, because people don't really see it as a high stakes thing to give feedback to. If it's on Discourse, if it's in Discord, even if it's on one of our spaces before it goes on chain, it's just really hard to get honest feedback. And I'm sure Arash knows all about that. So any other builders, if it happens that you get shot down, it's just rework it and you can go back on chain.
I love this ETH OS proposal. I really think there's a play for mobile crypto going mobile, but the issue is, damn, I don't know. It's like people say mobile is dead, and then we want to put crypto into the phone. Maybe, I don't know. Could be something. Could be something. But the voters don't think it's something. It's 9-4 against.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Mobile.
I guess we'll see. I think ETHOS sounds cool. I don't know if I would use it personally because I'm not an Android guy, but I might buy one just to have one and play around with it. Maybe even just use it as my dedicated wallet phone. You know, if it has it's a super secure phone. Might be a good idea.
I just imagine every time you have to call, you're paying like $100 of gas to make a call.
I don't think it's gonna work like that.
Oh no!
Yes. Woo.
So,
So,
like that.
Tony, can you tell us more about the Gitcoin crypto advocacy round?
Sure.
Does that go into the same fund that the grants program uses?
So yes, but it's a specific round within Gitcoin. So Gitcoin does many concurrent rounds that go to different categories. So they have one, for example, for community, and another one for ZK, and another one for technology, etc. And those are all sponsored by different donors. And then they have a specific category for crypto advocacy, which I don't know offhand the five beneficiaries, but I know one of them is Coin Center, who's been a really vocal lobbyist in Congress, fighting for just the right for Americans to transact and to have the freedom to do so on the blockchain of their choosing. So the idea is that the $100,000 that's being donated is going directly to match the $100,000 that Gitcoin has already raised. So instead of $100,000, it'll be $200,000 going to that Gitcoin round to be split between those five people, not people, but those five organizations rather, to do what they do.
Awesome. Thank you.
In the meantime, we're also going to be, if the prop passes, minting the Coinbase Shield. The Coinbase put up the Shield. If you guys haven't minted one, you should. They're just $1, which is the Zora fee, and every dollar goes to that Gitcoin round as well. So that we're going to be minting those, like 5,000 of them, which at the time that Wilson put up the prop would have put us at the top of the leaderboard. There's a little leaderboard that shows how many have been minted. And then as soon as that prop went live, I think Brian Armstrong from Coinbase beat us by like 2,000 or something, and he minted 6.9. Still, it'll be a good little bit of PR for Nouns as well at the same time.
Cool.
We were trying to, when they came on the spaces the other day, we were trying to see if they would give us a little asterisk on the leaderboard, and you'd be like, 5,000 minted, $100,000 donated.
Ah.
I don't know if they'll do that, but
Yeah, I wish we could do that. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we should get something, right?
I mean, it's good to do good with no expectation of anything in return also, but
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm just being a little shit because I can.
but no, I think it's good because it's, well, to use one of Wilson's own words that he's been saying a lot about this prop, is that it's charismatic to do public good like this, and it attracts people to Nouns.
Mhm.
See it. So for that reason, I think it's worthwhile, and my dog agrees.
Apparently. I'm looking at some of the. Sorry, Devin, go ahead.
I'm asking Tony what's his dog's name?
Coco.
Coco.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay.
Crazy Coco.
I was gonna say Coco. There's Moose, right?
Crazy Coco.
We also have Moose on the Twitter space today, so I don't know if you heard him earlier. Moose. Zach knows Moose.
You've heard of dogs before? Now I'm dogsed.
What do you guys think about Nouns Computers? Nouns Computers, this prop, I think it's by 5 Ocean Step, maybe?
I love it, and I think it's really big for STEM, for K-12 learning. My kids go to a lot of summer camps that use tools like that, and I just love I love what they've got in there for that.
Yeah, it's like it's very ambitious, but if the sailing stuff in New York City is anything to go by, then he shoots high. So if anybody can pull it off, I think he's the man.
Yes.
I like the idea of a computer on one chip is make it real portable. Real portable. You can take it anywhere, anytime. Yeah, and the Nounish computer would look nice. But let's see how it goes. Wishing you a good voting season. I know. I don't know how it feels like to be to be in the voting season. It's tough. Yeah, well, we have a pizza party. Proposal 284. I know I'm skipping, but is this pizza party related to like the Bitcoin pizza party that's gonna be happening?
Yeah, I think. I think
yes,
it is. Yeah,
it's all part of the global. Yeah. It's part of the global pizza party with Pizza DAO on May 22nd, and we. I just finalized that we're doing a party on campus along with sponsored by Pizza DAO, Food Nouns, and Timepieces for on May 22nd on Bitcoin Pizza Day.
I found out there's one in my city too. I can't wait. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they asked me to come and help
awesome.
organize the one. Snacks messaged me the other day, asked me if I can help organize the London one. So I've been added to some Telegram group. I just haven't got around to helping out yet. So I need to do that this weekend. But Prof's got him as a guest on 9 o'clock. I want to say it's this coming week, off the top of my head, Prof.
Yep. Yeah, I think we booked him on everything. He's on Little Nouns with you all tomorrow. I mean, on Monday, right? And then he's on 9 o'clock on, is it Thursday? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember the date, but is it like that?
We had him doing everything.
Yeah.
We had to do, no, I think it's Tuesday. Because it overlaps with the Nouner call. So I was telling him to try and find somebody else to do that. So
that's going to be fun.
Yeah, he's going to be everywhere this week.
Awesome.
Trying to get the prop passed.
Yeah, damn.
So I'm really excited. I hope it works because I think that Pizza DAO is Nounish, just is. And that really is a good match with Nouns to do more Nounish pizza parties.
Yeah, I love that. Dynamic quorum. By the way, I really feel something about this proposal too. This is number 282 because our prop failed because of dynamic quorum, not because of really something major. So bring it down. I don't know. Is this going to have an impact on voting? Do you guys think maybe bring the dynamic quorum down would make it a little bit easier? Maybe. I don't know.
Right now,
what
you need
you
like
guys think?
140 to pass, and before it went up, I think it would. Right now, it would be like 110. So it's a big difference, especially when it comes down to the wire. I'm curious if that prop will pass because a lot of the people that are voting against, a lot of people who are voting against a lot of these props obviously won't want dynamic quorum to go back down because it'll make it even harder to block a lot of these proposals. So I'm curious to see what will happen with that prop.
So it's so funny. Like this prop is trying to change dynamic quorum, but it also needs dynamic quorum to work. Oh yeah.
Well, I mentioned that at the time when we were raising it, and I was surprised that there wasn't more discussion about it because I said, if it turns out that was too far, by definition, it's going to be harder to roll back as well because dynamic quorum is now higher. So this will be the proof in the pudding if we've put it too high and it's now out of reach, and maybe we're just stuck with it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's currently, not many votes have come in, but it's currently 21-16. So we'll see.
What happens? What happens if, like for example, I'm just giving an example. This prop has, I would say, really low voter turnout, and let's say it just stops here. It doesn't get any more votes. People don't participate on it. Does that fail? Because I haven't seen a proposal just fail to get votes.
There's been lots that have, well, not lots, but there's been
lots
that have not reached quorum and failed because of it.
Yeah, and it shows you what the threshold is,
and before
based on the foreign.
And before Prof. Witter twitches out of her seat, it's really, it's really yes vote.
I was about to say. It's not quorum.
I can feel you.
Yeah.
You can feel a disturbance in the force.
And just to like let everybody know what we're talking about, quorum, it has a specific definition, and it's the total number needed in voting in order for something to qualify, regardless of whether or not there's more yes votes. With threshold, dynamic threshold, you have to hit a certain level of yes. So it's really dynamic yes. And the more no votes that come in, the more yes votes you need. So if you think about it as dynamic yes, that's a better way to look at it. Don't use the word quorum.
Speaking of words that have super specific meanings, I just found out that apparently, Prof, you can confirm this or deny this. I just found out that apparently ancient has a very specific meaning legally when it comes to documents.
Okay, I have no idea, but I find it odd that you think that I would personally know the meaning of the word ancient. So I'm a little offended.
No, because my friend brought it up in Discord the other day, and it's legal. That's why I thought you would know it.
Yeah, okay.
No, it
I'm
is.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
But
I honestly don't
apparently
know what that definition is.
Apparently, in at least in the U.S., in a legal context, if a document is like 20 to 30 years old, it's considered ancient, which doesn't mean necessarily that it's old. It just means that it gets sort of the benefit of the doubt, and it's old enough that that they don't expect it to
You're
have.
talking about the ancient documents rule, like the evidence rule. If it's more than 20 years old, yeah, that's all it means. It's regarding.
That's what that is. That is the word that they use is ancient.
Yeah, but it's relating to.
That's hilarious.
It's relating to the way in which a document's going to be authenticated and admitted into evidence. That's all. And that's what it's relating to. So over 20 years old. Yes, over 20 years old. Yes, I am over 20 years old, so I therefore am ancient. Yes.
No, that's not okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, it does.
I'm gonna stop talking unless I keep digging.
Evidentiary. It's just evidentiary in terms of when it can be, how it gets submitted into the court. That's all.
I still think it's hilarious that they use the term ancient to describe something that's 20 years old or older, because that puts like 1998 is ancient. Which is objectively hilarious.
I love ancient music, like the Backstreet Boys.
Westlife.
I still haven't gotten over seeing
geriatric millennials. Like that cracks me up.
I still haven't gotten over seeing Pokemon cards on a clip from Antiques Roadshow. I don't think I'm ever going to recover from that. Like the first generation of Pokemon cards, but still. Oh God.
Still, you old.
But I'm not. But by the. I'm having a stroke.
I was doing a mock trial in my class, and it was related to copyright and prints. It's the Warhol Goldsmith case in regard to
is a mock trial where you just get make fun of each other?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a fake trial that happens in class when we go over things, and they kept talking about 1983 and like 40 years ago, and I'm like, no, 1983 could not be 40 years ago. That was just yesterday. And I was like, I'm like, and every time they said 40 years ago, I'm like, you got to stop saying that. It's really bothering me. Like, I can't take it anymore. Regardless of the truth, I cannot hear that 1983 was 40 years ago. I can't. Sorry.
Every time you say mock trial, is it sad? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying I have very specific reasons why I don't want to hear that 1983 is 40 years ago.
Prof, every time you say mock trial, my brain in my head just immediately starts going like, because Chevy didn't make a 327 in 55. 377 didn't come out till 62. It's just going through that whole...
Yep, every time we do a mock trial in class, somebody at some point goes, these two Utes. And I'm like, yep, there it is.
There it is.
Every time we get some kind of My Cousin Vinny kind of, reference at some point.
What do you do the mock trials about? Mostly, is it like this person murdered someone else, and you have to, it's like Clue.
Yeah. I'm usually pulling from current cases or something that's interesting in the news. There were a few different cases that they worked on this semester. One was the Rust case with Alec Baldwin, the shooting on the set. So that was looking at negligence. And then we did Warhol v. Goldsmith, which is a copyright case related to a photographer's work that was then used by Andy Warhol. And then we did a Jack Daniels trademark case with dog toys, with squeaky dog toys.
That must have been a
trademark infringement. Yeah,
must have been a very whiskey trial to do.
It was a very whiskey. Yep. Well, I mean, I knew there had to be a joke there for you, Toady, somewhere.
Listen, that's better than one that I was thinking of. Because
go ahead.
No. I was just keep talking.
And you are sounding very weird, like you're in this big tunnel,
not just me,
echoey thing.
I don't know what's going on.
The Jack Daniels,
it comes and goes.
The Jack Daniels moot that you guys did, was it a pretty spirited discussion?
Yes, quite spirited. Yes. It was actually really good. It's really good to get them to.
No, I made Woody cry.
It's a good way to it's a good way to work through critical thinking skills too, and apply the law to something interesting, and have them kind of play the roles of attorneys and things like that. It makes it a lot more fun than here, write this paper, which they get that too if they choose not to do the mock trial or don't show up. Then they get a big old paper they have to write. So it's a much more fun way to kind of synthesize all the information they've learned throughout the semester. And the days that they're not doing a trial, because there's different groups that'll do it, they're the jury. So they have to then decide who wins, and there's some points on the line for that. So it's fun.
That's pretty awesome. That sounds really cool. Like I picture you either on the show How to Get Away with Murder, and you're just kind of like the teacher, and you're doing that, or I just picture you in a massive like wooden courtroom with a powdered wig, and you're just yelling at your
spouse. By the way, I do have a gavel, and I do wear a robe. I wear my robe that I wear for graduation. I wear it for the mock trial, and I do have a Ruth Bader Ginsburg Notorious RBG action figure that sits in front of me. Yeah, it's a little.
I have an idea. You should definitely pull some sort of soundboard into that.
That would be fun.
Like air horns for sure. Wow, 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 wow.
Courtrooms.
It's pretty chaotic as it is. I don't think we need a soundboard, but definitely.
Somebody interrupts the fake witness, and then when they go back to it, they're just like, "Now back to the guest."
I do make them. I always say when they have their witness come up, do you swear to tell the whole truth, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but not really, and please don't swear to God because this is all fake. That's my standard for them. But I could have a bailiff, Woody. You could be my bailiff, and you could be playing the soundboards.
I would love that. That would be amazing. Do I get a weapon?
Criminal.
I would love to have Woody just on the side. Somebody like says something like really, really like they make like a really impressive point, and then Woody's just going.
I
would give you.
Wow, why is that so long? I would watch Judge Woody.
And then I just tase them.
Judge Woody.
With a wooden taser?
I can't allow you to have a taser on campus, but okay. So we might just have to
I'm sure it's legal in Florida. I'm sure that's legal. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's absolutely legal, but
what if you need to tase a gator,
That doesn't work.
You can literally have a gun without a permit in Florida, so yes, tasers are fine, but not on campus.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing that's illegal in Florida is me. But
story for another day, I'm sure.
The ultimate dangerous, deadly weapon, robot fish girl.
Speaking of guns,
this user makes trans jokes because this user is a trans joke. Just to be clear.
Speaking of guns, I'm gonna get murdered if I don't go. I have to go cook some food for family that's coming, so I gotta jump. But wanted to hang.
All right.
What are you cooking?
Just like appetizers or hors d'oeuvres. You know.
Hors d'oeuvres? You doing a cheese plate?
No, we're a little less classy than that. We got some cheese sticks.
Oh, that's. I mean, if you put those on a plate, it's
Chicken
technically
wangs.
a cheese plate. So
Chicken wangs.
this is my cheese plate.
Yeah, technically it is.
This is my
This is my
charcuterie board, and it's just got
charcuterie, all
like
right? My charcuterie style.
Having some hors d'oeuvres tonight.
I got one of them charcuterie boards. It's got this. We got the mozzarella cheese sticks, and we got some lunch meat.
It's called a hors d'oeuvre, but it's better.
Can you
There's
smell
no
what
horse. All right, I gotta go.
Tony's Canadian. Why are we doing this accent?
All right, have fun, everybody.
Suddenly,
Don't forget to do the research and the POAP. We're gonna
Yeah, I actually was going to do that right
give
now.
a pause on normal right
And the
now until we
retweet
figure
picture.
out the gas situation. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do a POAP pretty soon, but before that, I just want to remind everybody, make sure to retweet the room. As bonkers as this conversation has been, make sure to retweet the room because we will still be drawing for 0.069 ETH shortly. But before we do that, sorry, Prof, were you in the middle of saying something? I feel like I heard you talk, but...
Nope.
Okay.
All good.
So who watched, I have a question. Who watched the coronation today? How was it for you?
Of course. Yeah, it was really good.
Wow.
Enjoyed.
I didn't want to be specific. I didn't want to be specific to the person to answer this, but okay. God, no, did you watch the coronation? What do you think of it?
I think he had to, right? Isn't it required? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sorry.
I missed it.
I was struggling to unmute there because I was trying to post a tweet. Yeah, of course I watched it. Yeah, I knew some people who were there working on it. Obviously, I'd done 18 years in the military up until last month myself, so it's like something pretty close to my heart. I worked on the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2012, and I had the good opportunity to meet the Queen then. Yeah, it was pretty cool, but it was definitely a bit different from like being in the military from basically a teenager to mid-30s, and then for the first time being like outside of the sort of what's going on, the hysteria of like getting something ready for it, and all like the pomp and circumstance behind it. It was just a weird position to be in, just sat watching on TV rather than having some sort of involvement. But yeah, pretty cool.
That's amazing. God save the king. But just so you know, Jamaica is leaving. Jamaica does not want the king. They want to get their republic. So I guess we're going to have another transatlantic British war to make sure that you annex Jamaica again.
Oh man, I don't know if we want to go down that path on Spaces.
Yeah, we leave it at that. We leave it at
that. How gangster is it that you're the king, though? Like that must be the most gangster ass feeling in the world. Just like, yeah, put that crown on my head, fool.
Yeah. And he's waited like 70 odd years for it as well. Since like the day, imagine like, it's not just like, I've waited a couple of years or something. Imagine like since the day you were born, you were like destined to be where you are now, and you've had to wait 70 odd years to be there. It must have been
I would have taken it all the way Game of Thrones and just been like, I want turkey legs. I want a big ass wooden table with a bunch of metal
horn of wine,
plates and shit.
Horn of meat.
100%. I would have just went for it. That would have been amazing.
Go!
I just posted up a tweet from Punk6529 breaking down the photo of the new king by traits. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
And I love that. It's funny. I was looking for the tweet. I don't know even how. I couldn't even remember it. But this is
the single glove, like being a rarity. It was just really funny.
How much is that crown?
Single glove. It was so funny.
How much is that crown worth, dude?
Oh, millions, man.
That's hard.
Millions.
That's 6'9".
Priceless.
Yeah,
priceless.
Yeah, they've got like all the crowns in like the crown jewels have got like the biggest diamonds in the world in them. Or one was like that big, they had to like cut it in half. I can't remember what it's called now. I don't used to remember the name of it, but I think it's from South Africa, and they had to like cut it in half. Half's in the crown and half's on the end of one of the staffs. So you can see it in that picture. The traits there, I think no, actually can't see that. Yeah, you can see it underneath the emerald, I guess it is. You can see there's like a diamond encased in like the claws on the top of the staff.
No way.
Carlo,
So
I want to ask.
I actually know
the
about
risk-
this because I'm a nerd when it comes to shiny rocks.
Let's go.
They're considered priceless because of the historic value, but if you were to ignore that and value them for just the stones present in the crown jewels, so the crown jewels not just being the crown, but like all of the various accoutrements that go around it, they're valued somewhere between 3 to 5 billion pounds.
Good times.
Oh,
What's that in real money?
how many nouns are those?
Just kidding.
That's like a trillion Pepe coins.
Okay.
Pepe.
all right, thanks.
Yeah.
They're 3 billion pounds to USD pound. It's still
A lot. Like 5, maybe?
I don't know what the current exchange rate is. It's like 1.2 something, right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't checked in a while.
We talking inflated US dollars or regular US dollars?
The current value of US dollars. So I think on the low end it'd be about 3,790,000,000 something.
Nice. I've just had to like I got sent a picture during the coronation, which I thought was quite funny, and because like it wasn't on a tweet, I've just had to tweet it out just to pin it on the space so you can see it. Yeah, I've just pinned it up there now. I just thought it was like kind of funny, just the sort of like rhetoric behind it.
Yo, that is crazy. Do you imagine how many people you could feed and take care of with that amount of money? And he's just like,
That's actually a thing that's a problem that people have been running into. There are a bunch of food banks in like pretty much across the country that normally get donations, and at the moment they are having a hard time getting funding because the funding all had to go to the coronation.
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's not just the jewels, it's also the celebration that is starving people.
Yeah, it costs millions to put the whole thing on. Literally millions.
It's so crazy. I mean, that's just like one example, you know? There's rich people all over the world, but look at Jeff Bezos or something. Like, just imagine if we just spread it out a little bit more. Like, everybody would be good. Nobody would be stressed out about money. I mean, a lot of people would spend it stupidly, I'm sure, or like, you know, some stuff would happen. But like, if you could spread that wealth out and people could just be chilling, you know, that would be amazing. But instead, humans are just so weird.
Would you talking
We got
about
some
universal
meat to
basic
give away.
income? Oh yeah, give us some meat. But Cardinal, I just want to ask you this: for the people who are in the streets rioting, is that what are they going to do about them, man? It's like the king is the king now. You can't do anything. In.
No, there's like it's not so much people rioting. It's like this is the usual like peaceful protests, but like, you know, people, two opposing sides, people get angry, but there's not so much rioting. There's always been that in the UK, and the one thing that sort of kept it at bay of the sort of like the anti-monarchists is the fact that Queen Elizabeth had been around for so long that, you know, it was just accepted as the norm. But now, because obviously, you know, there's been a change, it's sort of like it's reared its head again to the sort of people who are not a fan of the monarchy, where they're like, right, okay, there's been like a, you know, they sort of respected Queen Elizabeth for the, like, you know, the length of time she was there, like her fortitude and whatnot. But now there's been a change. They've seen that as an opportunity to be like, okay, well, that's one chapter closed. Let's change the way it's done going forward. But yeah, it's always been like that in the UK. I mean, it's a tough one because, you know, as we've got a cost of living crisis in the UK at the minute, where, you know, people are struggling. I'm sure that's the same across the globe, with like rising energy prices and things like that. So, you know, these are the sort of things, as Woody mentioned there, when you see like a party or coronation going on across the country, you know, the taxpayer millions, and then you get to see people who are literally in golden carriages or wearing, you know, these sort of crown jewels or whatnot. It sort of puts like a sour taste in the mouths of some people who are basically being asked to fund these things. Yet at the same time,
yeah, it's like Hunger Games.
Yeah. At the same time, they're like going to a food bank to get, you know, noodles or whatever because they can't afford to buy food. Because in the UK, some people are choosing between eating or putting the heating on, in winter. So that was like the choice people were making, and then their taxpayer money is going to fund this. So it's always going to be a bone of contention. You're always going to have people who are royalists in the UK, and then you're going to have people who are against that. But it's the same as anywhere else in the world, I guess, with whoever sort of state leaders are or whatnot. But yeah, there's not so much rioting, but more people sort of willing to stick their head above the parapet now and voice their opinion, shall we say.
Yeah, you're thinking of France with the rioting.
Yeah, they go. Nobody riots like French people.
God, I love the French. Anyway, I now have a POAP ready to go as well as a retweet picker. So for anybody who doesn't already have it, make sure that you have the POAP app. Go to poap.xyz on your mobile device, download it there. Once you have it downloaded, you're going to tap the Mint button in the bottom right-hand corner. Then you are going to tap Secret Word. And today's secret word is finish line. Finish line, all lowercase, all one word, finish line. That is FINISHLINE. Finish line. We'll spell that for you one more time.
Is that a pun related to Finland or what?
No, it's because the Nomo we minted.
It's a road.
Yeah, the finish line. Yeah.
Finish line.
I was just trying to figure out how was...
Anyway, FINISHLANE, finish line.
And we definitely should have tried to get a king noun today. That was a missed opportunity.
Well, I mean, we didn't mint any noun. We got...
Yeah, true. Who did? Was that...
I think it was the winner of the auction.
Oh, okay.
I think the winner of the auction doesn't mind paying. The winner of the auction doesn't mind paying $200 to get. I mean, after dropping.
After dropping 45 ETH, like.
Yeah, it's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Yep, 0.02 ETH is not much compared to 20. Why? I also have a retweet picker ready to go. So if you haven't retweeted the room yet, I mean, still do it. But give me 1 second. I'm just going to draw this real quick. Okay, and we have a winner. The winner of the 0.069 ETH for today is Dwayne. That is at NFTmaniac_E. So, see you in the space there. We are going to... Why? We are going to reach out to you as soon as the space is over and get your wallet address. I'm happy I'm seeing them in the space this time because I think I drew them before and didn't see them in the space. But it was because they were on desktop and it just wasn't showing up, and only found out like 10 minutes later that they were actually there. Even after I redrew. So happy to see you this time. And that is the winner of the 0.069 ETH, which is everything that we had to do today. We gave away a POAP. We did a retweet picker. We're putting the Nomo draws on pause until people can actually mint them again. So now that we have all of those out of the way, does anybody have anything that they want to close out with?
Nope, I got to get back to grading.
All right. Well, this has been Noun O'Clock LITE. We got surprisingly heavy for a LITE show today, but still just always a good time. We will be just a bit. We will be back here tomorrow at pretty much the same time, about 4:55 p.m. EST, because luckily the Noun got minted pretty quick today. So we will be back here then. Before then, tonight we do have the daily drop, but that's gnarly at 10:30 p.m. EST, just like we do every single day. So if you need more content, stick around for that. That is happening in about 4.5 hours. if you don't have EST time zones. So we will see you then. In the meantime, I'm going to play us out with the opening theme from Chainsaw Man because I couldn't find a more apropos music.
Oh my god.
What?
Happy birthday, Cardinal. Everybody give emojis to Cardinal for his birthday.
Ooh, happy
Yeah.
Happy birthday tomorrow,
Yeah.
Cardinal.
See you again Monday. Much love.
Enjoy the piss up.
Indeed.
We'll see you all tonight and or tomorrow for another episode of 9 o'clock LITE.